Hello friends, I hope you're all having a very nice day today. I am once again recording outside, so if you hear crickets or birds in the background, that is why. It's a pretty nice and sunny day out today, although it is a little cool outside because, it's September. But I figured that I didn't really want to waste the day inside, so I'm sitting here outside in my backyard with some iced coffee that actually tastes really bad. I feel like every time I make coffee, it's either really, really good or absolutely disgusting. But I'm still drinking it anyways because I don't want it to go to waste. But yeah, I am once again going through r/antiMLM as per usual. Also, just a really quick self-plug, because, I never self-promote on my channel because, I don't really care. But if you haven't watched the last video I made, please do, because it's something that I've never done before. It was my first time doing kind of a miniature deep dive. I wouldn't say that it's like the deepest of deep dives, but it was really fun to make, and yeah, go watch it, please. But anyways, let's just get right into r/antiMLM. This intro is much longer than it needed to be. Let's go. So just to let you know, this video is probably going to be very Monat heavy because they recently held a convention. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of Monat stuff in here. So if you're not a big fan of, talking about Monat, then I apologize. Monat Vegas Super Spreader Event, not a mask in sight, irresponsible, all in the name of profits. Now, I was under the impression that the Monat Super Spreader event occurred in Atlanta, but it might have happened in Las Vegas. I'm not really sure. But one way or the other, it's just irresponsible in so many ways. I'm sure a lot of you know that the paparazzi event that happened in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago was pretty much a super spreader event. There were a bunch of people that caught COVID, 12 people passed away, and there were several people that were in intensive care units, all for the name of cheap plastic jewelry. And I'm really worried that history is going to repeat itself because, as you can tell in this picture and in plenty of other pictures that I'm sure you've seen across the subreddit or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, part of the antiMLM community that you're a part of, you've probably seen many pictures of people, in large crowds, not wearing masks, all up in each other's faces, taking selfies, whatever. And it's no different in this picture, as you can tell. These people's faces I have not bothered to blur or cross out because, frankly, if you're going to be this irresponsible about not just your own health, but the health of your family and friends and neighbors, then I don't really think that you deserve anonymity. So, I'm not saying to send hate to these people if you recognize them or whatever, but, maybe don't be a super spreader. So I'm really worried that it's going to be the same type of situation because there were 12 people that we know of. There might be more by the time I upload this video from the paparazzi event that died, that had families, they had children, they had parents and siblings and friends who loved them, and they died. For what reason, Is it really worth it? In my opinion, it really isn't. And I know that these companies pressure people to go because, it gives them, the opportunity to meet people that they know online and take pictures with products and show off the lifestyle or whatever, but it's just really, really not worth it to me. I just hope that this event does not go the same way that paparazzis did, but I think that it most likely will, unfortunately, and that is probably the scariest thing to me, because these people are unfortunately very irresponsible with their health and the health of others, and the United States is in bad enough of a position COVID-wise as it is already, with way too many COVID deniers and anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers. And it just really does not help the situation at all. And it quite frankly makes me very angry, but I'm trying to contain my anger by just trying to stay calm, you know? But it's just incredibly, incredibly frustrating to me. This is just great. And guess what? It's tagged with Monat. Atlanta has a strict mask mandate. We don't give a fuck. We're the resistance. So, first off, I guess I was right. It was in Atlanta, not Vegas. But, second of all, bitch, what are you resisting against? Are you resisting against being healthy? Being well? Are you resisting against not catching COVID? Like, what is the... I just... Like, I feel bad because I know that a lot of people there are going to catch it. But at the same time, how can you be so fucking stupid? Like, like, I have to laugh because if I don't, I'll cry. Because this shit is so ridiculous. Genuinely. And I don't understand how people can be so fucking stupid. Like, so fucking stupid. And like, when it comes to MLMs, I don't believe that everybody that's in an MLM is stupid, right? I know there are some people out there that do, and I think that that's shitty. But people that willingly go to a stadium, pretty much, for a massive meet and greet / award show / brand trip / whatever the hell, and think that that's a good idea and that they should do it in the middle of a pandemic, those people are fucking stupid. Like, genuinely, to everybody that went to this convention willingly, thought it was a great idea and didn't care about the repercussions, fuck you. Genuinely. I hope you don't catch COVID, I hope you don't die, but fuck you. I'm getting so mad in this video. I'm so sorry. Usually I'd really try to be chill and, like, you know, just not be aggressive, not, you know, I know I'm not, like, yelling, but, like, internally, I'm yelling. Internally, I'm very mad right now. But I'm so frustrated with these people because I see so many of them so often, either in real life or in, you know, on Instagram or YouTube, or they just don't care. And I'm just like, dude, fuck you. Oh, I think I just killed the mic. Whoops. Masks? Never heard of them. And guess what? It's from the Monat conference. Who could be surprised? These people's faces are not blurred out, because I do not care anymore. I hope to God that they do not catch COVID, but also, how can you be so irresponsible about people dying? Yeah, it's kind of shitty. Anyways, let's go to the next picture. Do I even need to put audio over this one? Yeah, nobody's wearing masks. They're all dressed up nice and fancy. They look great, but, you know, they're assholes. Anyways, next picture. Well, would you look at that? Another crowd of people with no mask in sight. And now I wouldn't really care if they were, you know, taking off their masks briefly for a selfie, but I'm not seeing any masks in their hands or, you know, dangling off of their ear. And considering they went to a super spreader event, they probably didn't even bother to bring a mask. So, yeah. Pretty gross. Let's look at the next picture. Again, the same situation as last time. If they had just stopped for a second to take a selfie without their masks on, I would not really care. But again, I'm not seeing any masks anywhere on any of them, like dangling off their ear, in their hand, on their wrist, anything. And they're at a super spreader event, so does it really even make a difference at that point? Like, not really. And again, if any of you recognize any of these people somehow, don't send them hate, because that's not going to do a damn thing. They've already messed up, so it's not going to change anything at all. So if you know any of them or recognize any of them, just leave them alone. But I'm still just disgusted and disappointed, really. So this is the last picture, and I'm not pointing it out because, you can't tell if these people weren't carrying masks in their hands because it's not viewable in the picture. But if you look in the background, there are several people standing behind this couple, and guess what? Nobody's wearing a mask. Okay, I'm taking a break from the conference drama, and let's just go back to regular Monat shenanigans, shall we? I feel like that's more comforting at this point. 39.5K, loud and wrong. And I actually believe that I saw this reel in real life, because I remember seeing it and just scrolling past it and not thinking twice about it, and I had no idea that it was a Monat advertisement, so let's take a look. When people tell me they can't have long hair because it won't grow past a certain length. Hair growth tips in the caption. And yes, it does in fact have 39.5K likes, which is insanity. Tip number 5. My last and final hair growth secret is Monat's Rejuva-Beads Split End Mender. This product is actually built to mend your ends back together, which for... I have a bee on my finger. Hello, sir. Or ma'am, do you mind? Okay, this product is actually built to mend your ends back together. What? Like super glue? Which prevents further damage and can be a huge help when it comes to getting that length. Don't believe me? DM me a haircut emoji and I'll send you a sample so you can see for yourself. Girl, what on earth? Now, I think what the point of this video was that, like, hair growth can be, like, stunted by hair breakage or splitting ends, which is probably true. Like, that sounds believable. I don't know anything about, hair, so maybe. But I think I can tell you one thing. The way to fix that is not to super glue your ends back together. Girl, you just have to cut them off. I thought that was like the number one common sense rule, is that split ends cannot be fixed. You just have to cut them off. So like if you're having breakage, you gotta go for a bob or something. You can't just super glue them back together. So as you can see, there are a bunch of people in the comment section sending in the haircutting emoji and the OP saying, "Oh, I sent you a DM," which, first of all, didn't she literally say in the caption of the video to DM her the haircutting emoji and not to put it in the comments? So I don't know about that, but anyways. Oh, it's an MLM ad, never mind. And then the OP says, "Oh, it's an MLM hater. You do you, girl. All I know is these products have given me the best hair of my life. I'm happy where I'm at." And then somebody else says, not true. Your hair has a growth cycle. It grows to a certain length, dies, and falls out. Your hair length is determined by how long your growth period is. Source: have my cosmetology degree and not try to push a product. I love the shadiness in this one. Congrats on your cosmetology degree. I've been thinking about getting one myself. I love hair science. I mean, if you're going to be getting a cosmetology degree, you're probably going to be pretty frowned upon by other cosmetologists for shilling Monat, but anyways. Yes, your personal hair growth period is also a factor in hair growth. However, as I'm sure you know, there are ingredients such as Capixyl that can help extend the anagen cycle and boost your hair growth. Additionally, it still stands true that if your ends aren't healthy, you aren't going to see as much growth because your hair is literally breaking off, and you're losing out on all the benefits of your anagen phase. That's why keeping your follicles and your ends as healthy as possible are both so important. Listen, probably what she's saying in regards to, the anagen phase and Capixyl as an ingredient and what have you, are probably true. You know, it sounds believable to somebody who doesn't know about hair like myself, you know, like whatever. But gluing your ends back together is not going to really do anything for your hair. Like, the glue is not going to help that much. I mean, sure, it might help with length for a little while, but eventually those strands of hair are just going to, you know, slowly fall out and be replaced by new hair that will, you know, probably also have breakage, and then you glue it back together, and then it continues, you know. So just maybe just don't sell Monat. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty good option to me right now. Please do not put Monat in your hair. It's currently being sued for making many people go bald and damaging their scalp to the point of no hair growing at all anymore. I've been in this biz for 2 years, and so of course I know what you're referring to. Because of our incredible success, some haters have come out of the woodwork to slander the company. A company that gets to be $1 billion company in 5 years is a huge threat out there to other companies. When you dig deeper, you'll find that many shampoo brands have lawsuits like this. Tresemme is the latest. Maybe one person had an allergy, and while that is so sad for them, we know lots of people have shellfish allergies, but don't go around suing lobsters. Honestly, they should. Lobster is disgusting. Unfortunately, it is normal for something like this to happen. If you look at any big companies, there are always going to be people that trash talk them and try to tear them down. As I said, I've been with the company for 2 years, and I've seen literally thousands of insane transformations and testimonials. We have over 1 million happy VIP customers. There's no way we could be doing this well if these products didn't perform and made people's hair fall out. You saw my hair. After 2 years, clearly I'm doing just fine. Now, listen. Her hair is doing just fine. I mean, it's not like stellar, but it doesn't look particularly damaged. But I just have one question. Do you genuinely think that all of the people that are filing this lawsuit are just haters? Like, is that genuinely what you think, or are you just trying to cover your ass? Because listen, I know people in real life that have actually tried Monat. I have not myself because, quite frankly, I'm way too scared to. I don't want my hair falling out because I like my hair. But I have had people in my life actually try Monat. And they've either said that it was just really basic hair care, like that you could easily get at a drugstore, or I have seen pictures of them before and after that just look really bad. Like, their hair looks very damaged now. And it's just, like, I'm sure it works for some people, you know? Because everyone's hair is different, right? But if there is an ingredient or a mixture of ingredients in there that has made this many people have massive scalp and hair damage, then you probably want to look into that, because that seems like something might be wrong in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just does not sound quite right to me. It sounds a little off. You might want to look into that a little bit. It's also very frustrating that these Monat reps are so... It's a crow that's crowing very loudly. It's very annoying to me how these reps are just so dismissive of people's experiences with Monat. Like, I know that you kind of have to cover your ass if you're, you know, working for a company, but it's just kind of shitty that they're just like, oh, all those people that have filed a lawsuit, oh, they're just haters. Like, no. Have you considered that maybe they actually did have a reaction to the product? Like, damn, that's very rude of you. But anyways, Monations has these content boxes. Swipe to see the result, in case you forgot how fake it all is. Now, I find this interesting because it kind of reminds me of a picture that went viral maybe a year ago. I'm not quite sure how long it's been, where was a studio, I think in LA, where influencers could pretend to take private jet pictures, but it wasn't actually a private jet, it was just a set. And that kind of reminds me of this. Except, of course, they're promoting a product instead of just being like, oh, I'm traveling. But I I don't know, this isn't the worst thing that came out of Monations, obviously, but it's still kind of fake, to be honest, because it looks like they're in a little store or some type of, product setup situation, but instead it's literally a content box. Like, I wonder, if you went in the hashtag Monations 2021, I wonder how many pictures you would find of these picture booths that they have going on. Like, probably a lot, honestly, but I don't know, it's not like the worst thing in the world, obviously, compared to the anti-maskers and the super spreaders and, just the products overall, but yeah, it is kind of fake, to be honest. It's a little shady, but again, it's not the worst sin that Monat's committed. I just wanted to buy a cute Halloween sweatshirt on Etsy with the crying emoji. No, first of all, the sweatshirt design is adorable and I would absolutely buy it. But, look, they have a Monat collection. Girl, how are you making merch for a brand that... for a brand that's not even paying you to do it? I would assume they're not, because obviously if they were, they'd be selling it on the website. Oh. It's so sad. Also, they have a, I think that's a Sarah J. Maas collection on the left. I never read any Sarah J. Maas books, so I'm not 100,000% sure, but I'm like 95% sure that's what it is. But anyways, very sad and tragic, because that was a really cute sweatshirt. Honestly, I would buy it as well if it wasn't for the Monat stuff. See, that's another thing, is like, there are a lot of people out here in the world, that don't support MLMs. And so if you're running an Etsy shop or any type of small business, real small business, can I say, where you're selling really cute designs, but you're also selling really cute designs for people that sell the same stuff as you do, especially if it's a really notorious one like Monat, that's gonna hurt your business. That's not really a good business idea, but anyways, you do you, girl, I guess. Anyways, I fucking hate a girl boss. Where are my 4-day work week ladies at? I am a 4-day work week type of gal. I do not like working 5 days a week, which is why I don't do it anymore. Because I like rest. And rest is important for the body and the soul and the mind. And, yeah. You guys all need to take a rest sometimes, But anyways, my final thoughts of this video is Monat is overall a very shady company, so I'm not surprised that it doesn't care about the health of its reps. I'm quite disgusted that apparently their reps do not care about their health or the health of their families either, because, usually you kind of want to look out for yourself, but apparently not. It's sad to me that their products seemingly are worth more to them than their health and potentially their lives. Although, to be fair, a lot of people, I'm sure, that were there either don't believe that COVID even exists, or they believe that COVID is not nearly as serious as people, have shown it to be. Which is just the height of ignorance and stupidity, but here we are, 2021, people are still idiots. People just don't like to learn from history, huh? But anyways, it's just so stupid. I genuinely hope that nobody gets sick or especially dies from COVID because of this event. But with the way that Paparazzi's event went, it's not looking good for these reps. I hope that, again, that this doesn't repeat itself, because I'm sure that there are plenty other MLMs that are planning to have an event this year, and I just hope that they see the absolute ridiculousness and, quite honestly, recklessness of these past two ones that just happened and decide against it. But unfortunately, that probably will not happen, because as has been shown at this point, MLMs don't care about their reps at all. Because if they did, they would not have hosted an event like this. Because, I mean, look at paparazzi. 12 people died, and they never even made a statement. How absolutely disgusting and sad is that, you know? And I'm afraid that that's exactly what's going to happen here with Monat, because the companies don't care about their reps. They really, really don't. And I'm just so afraid that history will repeat itself again and again and again with all these other companies that are probably planning to have a similar thing. But anyways, like the video if you want to, subscribe if you feel like it. Leave any thoughts down below. We can share our frustrations and, commiserate a little bit. And, yeah, I'm actually really tired from this video. Being angry makes me tired. I don't know if anybody else gets that feeling, but I'm just like, oh, that was a lot. So, yeah, this video was probably pretty long, so if you stuck to the end, you're very cool. And if I saw you in real life, I would give you a cookie. But unfortunately, a pandemic is happening, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, you're very cool. You get 10 out of 10 stars from me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I think I might take a nap. Goodbye.